G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've just got home from work, had a quick shower, but today I thought I've had this package, this big black package sitting on my shed floor for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe more, 4 or 5 weeks, and I thought today we can unbox it. See, this is bloody deep. Pinnacles fire tower. Might seem a bit overkill. Masterpiece. So yeah, I've put it on Instagram a few times, and people have been guessing what it is. I've had some good ones. 4-stroke motor, because I'm after a 4-stroke for the tinny. Yeah, but heaps of people guessed it. It is a rear core conversion by Superior Engineering up in Queensland. We've been in talks for a while, so about me doing one in my Ford Ranger. So yeah, let's unbox it and go through it and have a look. I'm pretty keen to see what's actually in here. I know I've seen photos on the internet and looked at it that way, but it's going to be a bit different in person. So I'm going to grab the crash mat, which is somewhere over there, and lay it out and we'll go through it. Let's have a look. Right, Aaron Brown. I don't know what's in any of this. Oh, a little box. Oh, here we go. Some decal Superior core conversion little decals. These look pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. On here it says Coil conversion. Yeah, you get the point. You'll see it eventually. Big box. Oh, couple of springs. How good are they? So I went with there's a few different options in this kit, but the spring rate that I went is a 3-inch coil, heavy duty coil, 3-inch heavy duty. Yeah. I figured with a little bit of extra weight in my canopy that I have now, I'll go to 3-inch. And then it'd probably drop down to 2.5 hopefully with the heavy duty coils, but you know, we'll see how we go. I can always change them if it's too light or too heavy, whatever. But my current leaf rate is constant 300s, so, and I've got extended shackles, so it's bought, they're pretty sagged, but then with the extended shackles I brought it up to just over 2 inches. We've got a bunch of stubby coolers. Oh hell yeah. A bar mat. That's pretty sick. Maybe I can get my photo on there. A beanie just in time for summer. Perfect, thank you. Superior Engineering shirt. And there we go. Couple of big stickers. Put them somewhere. Maybe I'll put one on the fridge as well. This makes me a little bit nervous looking at all this. Alright, let's unpack it. The big ass bag of nuts and bolts. I don't know, there's a lot going on there. Throw that down there. Oh yeah, some bump stops. I have talked to another bloke that's done it, and he he swapped his out for 80 series bump stops. Reckon it was a little bit better, I don't know. Throw these in and see how they go. Oh. Comes with a checklist, Superior Engineering checklist, all the bits and pieces, so you know yeah, what you've got. Make sure they've given you everything. Here we go. How good do these look? Bloody solid as. Superior Engineering engraving on them. Upper control arms, Panhard. Freaking hell. Man, this is solid gear. There we go, look at that. That thing is a beast. Here we go, the lower coil mounts. 2 bits of that. That's all like 5mm. It's good to go. Lower control arms. These things are weigh about 15 kilos, maybe. 2 of those puppies. Whew, huge. Drop out cones. Here we go, a couple of coil spring spacers. Here's the bloody coil top thingy, majiggy. I don't even know the real names of these things. This is gonna be fun. This thing is f***ing solid. Oh man, that houses your coils. Sort of goes in between your chassis, and then you got your panhard mount here. Oh, whew. There you got some coil retainers. Oh, here we go, some chassis bracing plates. That's one. So there we go. Whew. Put those down there. Man, I'll put this down. You get 2 of these. Passenger side and driver side diff control mounts. 2 of those, 1 for each side. Some inner shock mounts, 2 of those. These are some gussets and some infill panels, infill gussets. They're for all the diff when you're welding that together. 2 inner chassis joining plates. Oh, whew, here we go. Lower control arm mounts and chassis brace, more chassis bracing as well. 2 of those, 1 for each side. Oh, another one. Couple of coil retainers down the bottom. Bing, there we go. A selection of different thickness spacers. This is a handbrake cable mount, and some more braces of some sort. I don't know. There we go. That does it for that. I don't know, all the parts and everything. So yeah, I know you're probably asking yourself, what about shocks and things like that? So I decided not to get any shocks through Superior, as I've already got custom Fox 2.0s in the rear of mine at the moment, all valved to my car. And what I'm going to do, once I've put this in, I'll leave my shocks in there, and I'm going to take it down to Nick at Solve Off-Road in Glendenning, and I'll probably get him to do up some custom 2.5 Fox 2.5s maybe, or something. I'm going to work with him and to get it sorted so I can get this set up as best as possible for my car and what I do around Newcastle and on my trips, and for my setup. So I want to get it, yeah, fully custom. So I'm not really doing much with this video. This was just a bit of an unboxing. I've really wanted to, you know, have a look in there myself and at the bits and pieces. Oh yeah, one thing I thought I should mention is I bought another diff housing. So my plan was weld everything up. Hold on. Yeah, what my plan, or what I was thinking was, with that diff housing, I bought it from All 4x4 at Katara. It only cost me $300. So I had a bunch of them in stock and they gave me a good deal on it. So yeah, what I was thinking is I might weld up all the diff bracing and all that sort of jazz on that diff, so my car's not off the road for another 2 days, because what I'm planning to do is allow myself 5 days to try and get this done. What I was thinking is, if I bought a second diff, I can weld up the diff, get an engineer to have a look at it, make sure it's sweet, and then when I rip my car apart, I can take my old diff and my new diff to a diff specialist, get them to swap it all over. That's what I was thinking. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my plan anyway. But yeah, what I just thought I'd do is show you guys what comes in the box when you order one of these kits from Superior. I was pretty keen to check it out myself, because in the photos on the internet always looks a bit different. But they also send you, when you buy the kit, they send you a full PDF of instructions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to print them out in A3 so it's nice and easy and big to read while I'm doing it. So I'm going to film the whole thing so you guys can come along on the ride with me. Pricing, there's a heap of different ways you can do this. I think they range from like $4,500 up to like $7,000 or $8,000. But yeah, I got a little bit of a discount on this because of what I'm doing with it, filming it and installing it myself. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description to the Superior website for this specific kit that I've got, so you can check it out and yeah, go from there. But stay tuned. Hopefully over the next month or so, yeah, it will be a flexi boy out on the tracks around Newcastle. I'm pretty keen to get it in, and yeah, I know there's a few people that are keen to see how it goes as well. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Cheers. It's pretty intimidating.